Hi everyone.
Hello, my friends. Session with Tracy. She has a lot of questions for me, and
Yeah, thanks everyone for sending in new questions.
I will be great probably soon. I was bleaching my hair a few days ago. Just stripes.
So thanks everyone for sending in submissions. If you guys want to send any new questions in, you can send them to psychicvioletta.questions@gmail.com, and there should be a link to the email in the description below.
And it will just reach her, not me.
Yeah, I'm the only one that gets to see them ahead of time. She has no idea what I'm going to ask her.
Well,
I stress her out a little bit every time.
that's stress.
All right. So my first one today is from Deborah. There was an FBI raid in Florida where they were looking for evidence of child pornography. 2 FBI agents and the suspect were killed. Was this connected to Raid Epstein?
I heard about this, but I didn't have the clue that was... They didn't say on the news what it was related to. Oh, so it was apartment place where they were raiding.
I think so. The link that I was trying to look at, it wasn't giving me much to go off of, unfortunately.
Okay.
So smooth.
Because they are new cards.
I love it.
It's much easier to play with those ones that way, but then as long as they are not too glossy. Okay, is that related?
So is it connected to Raid Epstein? 2, 3.
You know, when you see Olympic rings, they are connected. There is more connection in the vision that I have, so it's more rings and more connection. Because the Olympic rings, there are 5 rings. This one has so many loops, so there is some connection with so many people. Negotiation, because intuitively we know that that's connected. Don was trying to keep this under negotiation and not touching the surface because he was maybe involved in it, or his friend Epstein. Florida is where Don has a lot of connection. And Shaky Tower. That went out of control and everything will be visible eventually. We will learn that. Intuitively we know that the Epstein connection was there. It's a huge money.
Thank you, Deborah, for that question.
And the vision, thank you guys, because it looks like
all the connections.
The connection, the symbol of Olympic is all about connection of different countries, so that's kind of...
It's kind of scary to think about how far so many connections go.
And it can be that even the children who are in some groups, they were used that way.
Yeah. My next one is from Alyssa. Since the DOJ is suing Google for breaking the antitrust law, does this mean Susan... Oh, I practice this now. I'm looking at it. I can't do it anymore.
Susan Wojciechowski, Polish name. Easy.
CEO, that's why I showed it to you. CEO of Google, will she be brought in as an accomplice in the court case?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She's bringing a chair. There are probably other people as well with her for her own protection, so she will be testifying, I think, in Congress or Senate, but I think in Congress she will be testifying about that. Freedom of speech. Linda G. Comanche sent me link of the words we shouldn't be using. Oh my gosh.
It's a book. It's not so much a list as a book of words that you shouldn't use on like
and they are
YouTube
so
titles and all that
innocent.
stuff. Yeah.
So innocent, and I didn't knew, and I was getting under the. So yes, there will be. They have to heal this. They need a doctor who will heal that, because it's over amount of the words. And they have to get out to the public. And lately, I notice everywhere those words.
Yeah.
So, did you find that those words?
And they start popping up more and more.
More and more. So at least I know what I can't use it. But for 3.5 years, I was not allowed to know what I can't use it.
And the list keeps getting updated too. And it just, yeah.
And Kim Jong, North Korea, you can't use it. How can you talk about the country if you can't use the word?
Yeah.
So that's, they have to heal. They have to put a lot of work and excitement to be more fair with people, because it's unfairly.
Yeah. Thank you, Alyssa. From Susie.
So she will be doing, Susan Wojciechowski will be, and other people as well.
I see lots of people showing up for it.
Probably other Facebook and so on.
Yeah.
Because she's bringing other shows.
Yeah, so anyone connected to
Yeah.
Google.
And not only Google, but as well to controlling us, what we can say, what we can't.
Yeah.
And it's not too easy to be on another. I use the Kronberg because I learned that was the big.
Yeah, changing words out every now and then. It's just hard to making sure that, you guys as viewers understand what is being talked about still.
Yeah, but I tried to
navigate.
And you can't say, because then you are even in worse trouble.
All right, my next one is from Susie, who asks, what is the future of Myanmar? I know I'm saying it wrong, but in Burma, Myanmar, where all the...
That's the lady who was in the house arrest.
Yeah, her party had just been elected, and then the military opposed and has now
she's
started
Nobel Prize winner for peace, but she was sitting in at home arrest for about 10 years, if I correctly remember.
And she's under house arrest now, I believe, too.
Again, and people are accusing her that she is trying to kind of get away with those who are keeping her under house arrest. So she is between rock and hard place.
So what is the future for that place, for Myanmar? For
3 cards.
Myanmar. 1, 2, 3.
There will be another revolution. I see people climbing on the buildings. So there will be some revolution that will have to. It will start small groups making fuss. Eventually, they are observer, and the heart is bleeding of the nation. So that there will be some rebel, because it's a coup that it was done actually. So the people will be fighting.
Do you see what will happen to Miss Suki?
3 cards.
1.
Actually, she will be outsider, so she will be kept behind. The 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
She will try to negotiate. She will be sitting across the table and trying to negotiate something. Yeah, writing and negotiating. She is vulnerable about finances. She has no access to the government finances, but she will be fine. She will feel secure. Her security will be okay. So they are not going to hurt her, harm her, but she will be kind of negotiating. So maybe she will give her power to someone.
Right. Maybe they'll get that re-election that they were trying to get.
Yeah.
From Joanne, has Don Don and his cohorts migrated to this new social media site, MeWe, now?
The new site apparently exists. I didn't even knew about that so far. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Suspended bridge, open and close. So it looks like that bridge will be allowing him to get access to some places that he wants to go to. And he wants still to be a star. He can't avoid the stardom. He's sleeping right now on it, but he will be isolated. He will be like lonely wolf.
It's still not the platform that he wants to be on.
He wants to be on that platform, and on the live stream I said something that he will start some new radio or something like that, some movement,
some new
network, and I saw him, his people being with the stamp. So there will be only for the Trumpsters, kind of.
So it could be some, yeah.
So they will not feel that. They will eventually they will pay some price, because they will have that on the forehead. Lou Dubois, I think that was his, the one who was kicked out of the Fox. So he might be one of those who will move with Don Don. That, I'm not saying that that's true, but people like him will follow Don Don.
Yeah. Okay. Beth, is the FBI investigating Don Don and Congress for being Russian assets during Don Don's administration?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Field of ships. Ships are usually very obedient creatures, and they will follow the leader. You know, like they don't think too much. So they were following someone like Don Don, and they were going. I think eventually they will be taken, surrounded, because that's, you move from one place to another, and we will know more about that. Beginning of new adventure, so they are starting to investigate them. Crying over broken relationship, crying over cheating probably on their own country. Yeah, we will know the honest guy will have to run the investigation. So there will be some investigation, symbol of maybe someone from Congress, from Senate. The reliable person will be running that investigation, and we will know the results, what those ships were doing on that field, feeding themselves.
Mm-hmm. So kind of a wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
I actually remember reading about this the other day. I kind of love that it got asked as a question. Diane, Canada recently declared the Proud Boys group as a terrorist group. Will the U.S. do the same?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, they will be still growing in the power. Not yet. They are not going to, they will be leaders. They will be feeling powerful. They will be doing a lot of choices, and the sun will be shining on them. Sorry, not what you want to hear.
Crazy that Canada has, yeah.
That we did, and they haven't. They haven't, because it's all about the big money, who has the money and who wants to control, and they are followers of Don Don.
Okay. I actually had a couple people write in about this, which I thought was interesting. So Sahara and Laverne, to do with the city of Atlantis.
Oh, I was there in one of my past lives.
Can you see anything on the city of Atlantis? Will it or a place like it ever be found?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It's so east of Florida, somewhere that area on the ocean. So there will be something eventually that we will learn. But how many years ahead? We are not aware what's going on. We are sitting on it and not knowing. Eventually there will be 2 places that we will learn, and it will change the way we are looking at the world. So eventually we will learn something.
Awesome.
And I was a paramedic over that there, riding a nice leather outfit on the cool vehicle.
Love it.
And it was many years ago. I had that vision. We were camping and I knew that disaster is coming. In the morning I told my husband, we better move the trailer away from here because it will be flooded. We ran away. That campground was flooded.
Wow.
But it was stormy night, and I had the feeling of the same kind of danger that I experienced in Atlantida. And the same time I was like getting warning, move out. So we woke up at 6 o'clock. Who is waking up at 6 o'clock in the campground?
Not me.
Not us. And we had a small trailer and the boys. And I said, Richard, take us away as fast as possible. We have time. No, take us because we have to cross that little stream and it will be flooded. Okay. I was in a panic mood, but I knew it, and then we moved, and later on the news we learned that that place was flooded.
Oh my goodness.
Not that any casualties, but
still, it's not a situation that you want to be in.
No, you don't want to be on campground when you can't move, and
no.
For not, and with 2 kids.
Yeah. No.
Stuck at home inside.
I remember we went camping at Lake Abraham this past summer.
You and Roman.
The water was out, so you could kind of go down onto the lake bed. You had to be very careful where you went because, of course, there was some very soft spots where you could get stuck. And we stuck to the edge of the lake bed and went up onto some rocks where we knew it was going to be solid. But the amount of people, we just sat at the top. We had our beer, and all you had to do was watch, and you'd see these vans just make a beeline straight for the water and then immediately get stuck. And it was just always this, where is your common sense?
Yeah, and that lake is man-made, so it's not real lake.
No, and so it's controlled by a dam.
Yeah, so it's not a safe place to start it with.
Okay, from Christina. Pennsylvanian Governor John Fetterman is running for the upcoming 2022 Senate race in Pennsylvania. What are his odds of winning?
The handsome, huge guy. I like him. 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Net full of fishes, so he will have a lot of followers. He will be having a reason to celebrate. He will be chosen as a safe one, good harvest, and it will be nice addition for the party. Good.
Good cards.
Yeah, I will. Oh, you have 2 more questions.
I have 1 more.
Oh. I never will learn to shuffle the cards the way, but these ones are so small.
I just like watching you spread them out.
Yeah, before it was like...
It's just the most satisfying thing for me to watch right now, just this...
Okay, so what is
So my last question is from Angie.
Thank you, Angie.
As I'm sure, hopefully a lot of you guys know, there's been some protests going on in India with the farmers fighting for their rights. Will the farmers' protests in India be successful? Will they win in the end? 1, 2,
People are showing that they have empty pockets. The government is not going to help them. I'm sorry. The security for the rich ones. Some people will lose the everything, and eventually they will collect, and another rebellion movement will start, and that will help. But the rich are still thinking only about themselves.
It's just so...
I'm sorry.
No, it's just so frustrating, when it's like, we need farmers.
We need, and they want to control them. They want to keep them under leash. Okay, so we are done. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
I did have a prayer request come through this week, and it was one that really touched my heart, just because I actually know of a couple students my own that have gone through this as well. There was a lady that reached out, and she said, her grandmother is struggling so much with online learning and with the crown bug and all the restrictions, that she's started self-harming because she's just so mentally there. And
who was that? Grandmother?
A grandmother reached out, yeah.
Grandmother rich, but her granddaughter or grandchild?
Yeah, is who's doing this. And unfortunately, I actually happen to know a few of my students that have done the same thing, and when we figured it out, we're trying to do our best to reach out and to support them. Yeah, it's so hard because we want to look at our children as being resilient, and they are resilient, they are strong, but this is still going to be really hard on them, and we need to make sure that we are doing what we can to show them our support and to help them know that we will get through this. We really will.
It is temporary, but it lasts for the child's age, 1 year. It's like eternity.
Yeah.
And not to be around kids the same age.
Yeah.
That must be horrific.
Just to be away from your friends. So
I love it to be around other kids. It is stress release. Even for me to do live stream, it is stress release. I feel like I can't think about myself. I have to think about others, and being in a group, it's amazing feeling. So we want to pray for those children who are suffering, and the parents who are watching this, feeling vulnerable and afraid. For everyone who is sick, for everyone who is uncomfortable, for the sick people with crown bug, and the people in the hospitals. My mom just went today to hospital, so I want to pray for her well-being. And I will let you to say more, because you are far better than I am.
I don't think so, just FYI. I just want to pray for the children right now. I just pray that their hearts could be healed, that the resiliency that we know they have could be strengthened. And I also pray for those that look after the children, their parents, their grandparents, to give them the strength to help their child, to open their eyes to see when their kids need help, and to not feel helpless, but to feel empowered that they can help, they can support. And I just pray for anybody that's struggling mentally right now with everything that's going on, even like with depression, with anxiety, to give them a sense of peace and calm, and to feel the positivity surround them. The imagery that I would love for us to use today is to imagine in your heart center this ball of warm yellow light, and just imagine that it's growing and expanding, and it's coming right out and creating a shield around you of positive energy that will help deflect any negativity come towards you. And I just pray that you can go through the remainder of your day or week and
we
feel
are pushing
supported.
That to everyone, that the good energy, and everyone have a strength and patience with the teenagers, because it's not easy. I know that part. We love our kids, but to have the patience with them, it's another story, and no one is saint, so I understand how hard it is to have 24/7 the kids around the house, not letting them to go. We are praying for every one of you who are dealing with it, to anyone who needs feeling healthy. We are sending you the best wishes, the best blessings.
And remember, the more that you give, the more that you will receive.
Give yourself permission to send a good energy and receive that. Mm-hmm. We love you. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Hey guys, we just want to give a quick little how-to if you are interested in booking a private reading with Psychic Violetta. So first thing you're going to do is head on over to her website, psychicvioletta.com. And then if you look over here, there is a tab for book readings. You're going to click on that, which will populate the next page. Go. And then you can choose what kind of reading you would like. So you can do one by phone or by Skype, and then you would choose which one you like and click on Book Now. And then from there, you can go through and find a day or time that works best for you. Now, I will quickly mention to you guys that all the times that are listed are in Alberta time here in Canada. So you will want to make sure that you do a quick Google just to make sure that you choose a time that works for you, as these times are, as I said, for Alberta. So then you click on the time, and then it'll take you to options for making payment, and then you'll be all set for your reading with Psychic Violetta. Have a great day, guys.